Good morning, everyone. Well, here we are in the garden again. This is probably one of the most beautiful parts of our parish property. We can just sit and relax and enjoy nature. It's no coincidence that I've chosen this spot because today is the feast of St. Francis of Assisi. And as we all know, St. Francis was very much involved in creation, not establishing creation, but in the creation of God. And he loved it and used to give recognition to the sun and the moon and everything that God had given him. He was a man who was born into quite extensive prosperity, and he gave it all up after a bit of an altercation with his dad, and he embraced poverty. And as with Saint Bruno, who we'll meet later in this week, became a hermit. Just lived simply, basically didn't own anything, and in fact the outfit that he wore was just something that he managed to acquire from another poor man. So he also, in terms of the creation, found a ruin of a church where he established himself, and is, we believe, the one responsible for starting the practice of having a crib at Christmas time. And I think it's wonderful, having a crib, having animals around Jesus and in a stable and a manger and so forth, bringing Jesus very much for us to where he really would have been, and that is in being dependent on nature. Just looking at the readings of today, the Gospel is Luke chapter 10, where we have that episode with Martha and Mary, and Martha complains to Jesus, about Mary sitting at his feet and not coming and helping out with the preparation of the food. And Jesus says to her, Mary has chosen the better part. And life, I think, has got many choices that we have to make. And those choices will always have consequences. Sometimes we may not be aware of those consequences. But if we have a look, for example, at the life of St. Francis, the consequences of his choice to reject his life of prosperity and move into poverty has impacted many people throughout life. Many people who have followed his order, who have followed his philosophy, and even our Pope, who has taken his name, giving recognition to the fact that he was a man who served the people and not just himself. So whatever decisions we make, we need to be aware that they will impact on others, will be consequences of what our decisions will be, and often that needs to be a factor we should consider, particularly in our decisions about the direction of our faith. You have a wonderful day and stay safe. We'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.